everyone, and welcome back to our channel. It's Janet and Gabby here with the 18.
Yes, and in this video we're going to be talking about a recap of what happened in 2020 in the real estate market, and we'll be giving our 2021 real estate predictions. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Like we said, in this video we're going to be doing a recap of what happened in the real estate market in 2020 and where we predict the 2021 real estate market will go here in Arizona.
All right guys, so we're going to start with the buyers. For 2020, 111,036 new listings hit the MLS. And out of those, 100,650,000 actually sold. That's more than 90% of the listings that hit the market sold.
That's huge.
That's a good one. So in 2020, the demand of homes accelerated between June and December, and up to 35% above normal, which means the peak time typically is in the spring, but in this time it was from June to December, basically half the year. By the end of December, our annual luxury sales went up almost 50%. So over 2,500 homes in Phoenix market sold over $1 million. So in overall, it broke a sale for luxury sales in 2020.
So just to recap 2020, it was a very competitive seller's market, meaning that everything that pretty much touched the market was selling and flying to the market. We did experience multiple offers, and we did experience a decrease in inventory.
Yeah, right now that you mentioned multiple offers off the MLS, 35% of homes actually sold over asking list price. So it was very competitive.
And now let's move on to the seller's market. So for the sellers, the state of Arizona ranked third in the nation for population growth behind Texas and Florida, according to our 2020 census. California was the #1 source of inbound migration for the greater Phoenix.
Which we see it all, and I mean, we totally see it. I mean, we talk to people all over the country, but California definitely supersedes all of our clients. A lot of people from California moving.
Right, and then also moving companies such as Atlas, United Van Lines, and North American have released their annual migration reports, and 2 out of the 3 list Arizona in their top 5 states for inbound moves, which meaning even the moving companies feel it. And then overall, 2021 seems to remain strong as seller's market.
Yeah, so if you're a seller looking or considering of thinking of selling, well, the statistics, I believe that the way the market is going is definitely time to pull the trigger, because we need inventory and you will get top dollar for your inventory, for your home. So now that we kind of gave you guys a recap of 2020 of how it went, let's talk about what we expect for 2021. First of all, let's talk about our inventory. Show you guys here what we have here on the MLS to kind of give you an idea of what's out there in inventory. It's very, very slim right now. So right now this is the total, but that's active, under contract, and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and change it up to only active. And you can see there is only 5,523 listings currently that are active on the MLS. And of course, the normal should be over 20,000. That's insane. I think about 22,000 should be a normal. But if we go more in detailed to single family homes, there's only 3,882. And if we get more in depth here and do it by county, and that would be the greater Phoenix area, which is Maricopa County, we are looking into 3,016 single family homes currently active on the MLS right now. Just to give you an idea, that's insane. Show you guys this screenshot here. This is from the geo.az. Well, here's the website. You guys want to go check it out on your own. But basically, what we're looking at right now, all the purple that you see here is the approved zoning, plan, and designing, and these are where new homes will be built. So these are already permits that have been approved by the county or the city and are ready to start building, and they're all residential. So as we can see here, this is the map of Phoenix. So this is all the West Valley. You know, this is Buckeye. Buckeye has a lot of growth right now. All of this is new growth. We have some in North Phoenix, North Scottsdale over here. And then here we see the Southeast Valley. And then all the way down here is getting closer to like Casa Grande and Tucson and all those areas. But if you can see, like the Queen Creek areas definitely has a lot of growth. But out of everything, the West Valley has a lot of growth going on right now. And as you see in this picture right now, the majority of the growth is happening on the outskirts of the valley. So there you guys have it.
So as of December 2020, our average sales price is now $450,000. That's a 15% increase from 2019. Now that's a huge, huge increase.
Yeah, and that's important to know this kind of statistics because waiting really, you know, if you've been thinking of buying a home and you've been waiting on, hey, the market's gonna crash, let's wait about the market crash,
or it's gonna slow down,
or we wanted to slow down. Well, guys, it's only increasing, and if you waited 1 year, well, now you're gonna have to pay a little more. You know, the good thing is rates are still historically low.
Now, time for the big question: are we heading towards a real estate crash?
So with all these houses going up, selling, multiple offers, over asking, are we heading towards a crash? That's a big question. Well, let's compare today's market to the last crash, the real estate crash that happened back in 2008, 2009. Number one, there was a false economy. There was no real growth. There was a lot of construction jobs because yes, they were building houses, but there was no real growth. Like right now, you know, we have companies moving, people are moving with their jobs over here that are already, you know, established jobs. Just so many opportunity going on right now. And it's real. Like it's not like before that it's just temporarily or it's just like construction. Like, we actually have big companies, and we're gonna make another video going over who's coming to Arizona, you know, who are creating jobs, who are all those big companies that are definitely helping Arizona boom. So for false economy. Number two, no jobs. We already went over that. There was no real jobs, no real growth here in Arizona back in those days, 2008, 2009. And the most important one that I think that caused obviously the biggest factor that caused the crash is predatory lending. So predatory lending back in 2008 and 2009 was basically if I wanted to buy a house and I told my lender, hey, I make $100,000. The lender was not, they didn't have to check for income. You know, there were a lot of what's called stated loans, stated income loans, and they didn't have to verify assets or anything. So if I told them I made $100,000, they will be like, okay, here you go, you're pre-approved for this much because of your income. That was horrible. You know, how are you gonna buy a house? It was fraudulent. It was false information. Not only that, the rates on the properties or on your mortgage were not fixed. They were actually arm loans, which means adjusted rate mortgage. So yes, you would buy a house at 2% back in 2006, 2007, and then 2-3 years later, 2008, 2009, interest rates went up. Nobody could afford it. People started losing their homes. Values went down. You could no longer refinance, and that just went downhill from there. And I'm gonna show you guys a chart to compare the difference of the foreclosures from there to what we have now. The notice of trustee sales by month in Maricopa County. And the reason I'm mentioning that this crash is not, or this market is not heading towards a crash like it did back in 2008 and 9. This is the chart of all the foreclosures. And as you can see, the first quarter of 2009 was the worst month, with a total of 10,558 foreclosure notices being sent out, and that is just in 1 month. This is in March of 2009. Now, if we go to 2020, where we are you know, we just passed the last quarter of 2020, we only had 87 foreclosure notices being mailed out or sent out. So as you can see, the difference is drastic. You know, 10,000 it's a substantial amount compared to what it is right now. So one of the reasons that we don't foresee, a crash coming, here in Maricopa County, it doesn't even look nothing compared to the last market, and this is exactly one of the main reasons we believe that. So there you go. Okay, so now that we showed you guys the chart of the crash, exactly like literally what happened in 2008, 2009 compared to today, and talked about statistics on why that happened. This is one of the main reasons we don't foresee that happening. And trust me guys, I've got into real estate when the crash happened. I would do short sales and loan modifications and avoid the foreclosures and help families. It was not a pretty picture, but I can see the financial situation and the economy we were in back then to what we are now, and we're not even close to that. So if you were one of those people who are waiting for the economy to crash or the real estate market to crash, unfortunately we don't foresee that happening. Mind me, is just our opinion. We don't foresee the future. It might happen. We don't know what can happen 2-3 years from now, but we don't foresee that happening at least 2021, 2022. And remember, if the real estate market was to crash, interest rates go up, and people buy homes based on affordability. So you're kind of be on the same spot when it comes to mortgage. Unless you're buying cash, well then there you go. Okay, so now that we showed you guys the chart from 2008, 2009 compared to today's, like for foreclosures, to see where we're at, we're completely different. Let me also go over reasons why we believe it's not going to crash.
So here's some reasons why we don't think that the market will crash. Number one right now is because of our low inventory. We, as Jenna has just showed you, we have no inventory.
Yeah, so if it was to crash, based on that chart, people start losing their homes, or people just start selling, there's going to be a long line of buyers outside of your house ready to buy.
Another reason would be city growth. We are growing exponentially.
Yeah, just looking outside our window,
we can see so many cranes
of just businesses, high rises, which is amazing to see downtown grow with high rises. That's really cool to see.
Yeah.
But not only
land
that,
is selling left and right, and that's another video. But the demand is here, and there's lots and lots of people that are moving here. Lots of companies are moving here, and lots of investors investing here, which is great. Another reason would be low rates.
Yeah, the low rates right now. Even though the prices are going up, we are still seeing historically low rates, which is insane. Goes back to my comment I made earlier. People buy based on affordability, so the purchase power right now with such low rates actually helps you buy an affordable home or keep it affordable.
And these low rates come with a fixed mortgage, not an adjustable mortgage. One more thing that's bringing a lot of growth here is the ability to work from home. A lot of these people that are relocating from out of states actually have the ability to work from home and keep their current jobs, so they're able to be mobile now. And that's actually really helping them because they're able to afford way much more than they could in their current states and moving to lower taxes states.
Yeah, because the property taxes are still one of the lowest in the country, in my opinion. Well, compared to the ones who are moving from bigger cities like California, Washington, New York, we're still seeing low property taxes. Not only that, we have. So now let's talk about our renters. So we understand a lot of people are moving here to Arizona and are not necessarily buying a house, but let's go ahead and talk about renters. So for renters, it's a different story. Arizona is among the top U.S. states with the highest chances of evictions, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now. That is because of the memorandum that we cannot evict those who are not paying, and of course we're in the middle of a pandemic. So renters, I think, took a higher hit than homeowners. But if that was the case, there's words of maybe the landlords, just selling their homes after that, or well, if that was the case, there's a list of buyers already ready to buy. Investors, there's a lot of investors in Arizona, all over the country investing here, which is one of the reasons with such low inventory, if those houses were to hit the market, well, it's good because we have a high demand. Median rent. Okay, so renters, the median rents right now in Arizona for a single family home, anywhere from $15,000 to $2,000, is actually $1,800 or $1,845 to be exact. This is for single family homes. Obviously, you jump into condos or apartment complexes, they start getting more expensive. But that is the median medium rent price right now, $18.45. That if you ask me or Gabby, that's pretty high. That's actually a 12.9, almost 13% increase in just 1 year alone.
That's insane.
Yeah. So again, if you are renting and if you have the ability to buy, you might as well just buy. And the reason why, with the rates being so low, you can buy an estimated mortgage for a $400,000 home is about $2,000, maybe even a little bit less. So for $150 more, I'd rather buy a house than rent.
Right.
Just in my opinion.
Okay, so we don't hold a magic ball, but here's our prediction. Where is 2021 headed?
Well, in our opinion, we feel like it's still going to be very competitive. If we do see, hopefully we see more inventory. And if we do see more inventory, that will kind of slow down the increase in pricing. So if it does go up, we probably won't see a 12-13% jump like we did. But based on statistics and economists that we've been talking to, we actually do foresee like a 10% increase appreciation again. Another one. So
right. So
yeah.
If you're a buyer looking to buy, it's really important that you stay on top of your market and know what to expect. You're not in a market where you can offer 20 below asking prices.
Yeah.
You're not in a market where you're able to have a lot of flexibility. We're in a very, very strong seller's market, meaning that you have to come prepared. You have to be financially prepared. You have to have those savings to help you really negotiate and get you into a home.
Yeah. So tips to help you get prepared is like get pre-qualified, with enough time. If you're thinking of buying a house 6 months down the road, give us a call. We'll connect you with a lender. And that's like prepare you, financially educate you. So when the home does hit, when you're ready to pull the trigger on any home that you want. And obviously have enough savings and good credit. The better the credit, the lower the interest rate, the better it is for you.
Right. And if you're a seller, now is the time to sell. Like, we do not know what's going to happen in 2 years, 5 years, or whatever the case is. But we do know right now it is a very strong seller's market.
Yes, exactly. And we've had a lot of people call us, be like, hey, I've been considering selling. I don't know when. Like Gabby said, we cannot predict the future. All we know that right now is a hot seller's market. And if you were to put your house in the market, you will find a buyer most likely in a couple hours. Or if you put it on a weekend, you will most likely get multiple offers that weekend. There's a trick to selling though. You cannot just put your house and expect that. And with that, we can help you.
Matters who you work with.
Yeah, it does matter who you work with. So there you guys have it. Our predictions for 2021. Still hot. Time to sell. If you're a buyer, make sure you prepare yourself with enough time to be able to pull the trigger because rates are still low. So
yes, and as always, you guys can always stay in touch with us on Instagram. We're very active on social media, so feel free to follow us.
Yes, I'll put our information below. Our Instagram, hers, mine, and our 18. We put a lot of valuable information, tips, tricks, stats, and so on. And there you guys have it. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, or even move to Arizona, give us a call.
Bye, guys.